and fences too close to above-ground electrical equipment. It's unsafe and could cost you financially. Visit les.com for a complete fence and landscaping installation guide.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Muchachos has been serving Lincoln delicious pork, brisket, and chicken tacos for several years now, as well as Hatch Mac, nachos, and more. Muchachos also brings you close to the taste buds of your favorite local college athletes with NIL deals like the B3 burrito for Bella Bacon of Nebraska softball and many more. See a variety of different NIL options at Muchachos at 11th and K or order online at yomuchacho.com. Open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Now's the best time to lock in early order savings on a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the latest technology, including Exact Emerge high-speed planters that help you cover more acres with greater precision and productivity. Order your planter for next year now to unlock the biggest savings of the season. Contact your local Landmark location today and experience the Landmark difference.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Safety is always at the top of mind at Lincoln Electric System. The safety of our employees and the safety of our customers. It's National Safety Month. Visit les.com/safety for tips on all things related to electrical safety. If you're working in your yard, remember never to place landscaping structures and fences too close to above ground electrical equipment. It's unsafe and could cost you financially. Visit les.com for a complete fence and landscaping installation guide.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Welcome into the Malone Radio Show, sponsored by The Post. Here are your hosts, Executive Director John Goodwin and Athletic Director Michael Hunter. The Malone Radio Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back.
We are back.
You get slower every week. It's like, it was just this 1 second. Now it's like 4 of them. Malone Radio Show, 93.2 The Ticket. I am the host, John Goodwin, here with Mike. 93 point.
What'd you say? 93.2nd?
Yeah, he said 93.2nd. But he's still on. You can see every
it's kind of hard, you know. It's like we only have it on 2 walls in here, and the sign behind you, and the door when you walk in.
Yeah, 93.2nd.
I sure did say that, didn't I? Completely lost. Y'all know what I mean.
And your very good friend called you out on it.
Yeah, he did.
He let you slide.
He just let that thing go. 93.7 The Ticket.
We gotta have each other back.
It's all over the walls too, and I still said second.
Moved up an hour too, and just
I did.
Still ain't polished with it.
The answer's always right in front of you.
Hey, that's we ain't gonna. Only a couple of them know what that means.
Yeah.
That's probably why I came with questions. I came with questions tonight. They're throwing me all the way off because I normally don't do that. We have 2 special guests tonight. We're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off. We're gonna kick it off because we are going to dive into, if those who don't know. Let me do it again. For those who don't know, we're going to dive into. I don't know, Harrison.
I don't know if that's the right sound effect, but
this month is Mental Health Month for men.
Yeah.
And so we definitely want to be able to get these questions out. We have a therapist here, Lawrence Gardner, LG, along with our main man again, all the way back from wherever he travels, Michael Matlock.
Mr. Everywhere.
Mr. Everywhere.
He got a shirt on tonight, though.
Salute. Yeah. Salute. Straight salute. Doing great things, too, outside in the community. We know how we get started. Our vision is to create unity and prosperity throughout Lincoln while honoring our African-American heritage. And the mission is to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln.
How do we do it?
We do it with the holistic programs we have to offer. Before we get started, we do have to remind you that this weekend is Juneteenth celebration in Lincoln. at Woods Park. So if
Yeah.
you're not doing something, or if you are doing something, cancel to get to Woods Park. We're going to have a great time. Live music, free food, great entertainment, wonderful booths out there, great connections. So please come out. Woods, 33rd and
O Street.
If you know where the health department is, it's
So
right.
A lot of people know where the health department is.
Okay, so then it's right across in the on the field. Woods Park, Juneteenth live.
Trust me, they know the health department.
So they know where it's at.
Yeah.
Let's kick it off. Let's kick this thing off. I don't want to waste no more time because we ran out of time last week.
I know we did.
So, and I did go home and download Thundercats and stuff.
You went and checked it out.
I went and checked it out. I couldn't find Tom and Jerry, but I'm gonna find that.
I don't know if you caught the show last week, but we were talking about mental health in cartoons.
Mental health and cartoon. It was we actually could have went real deep with that.
Some sick individuals out there.
Very sick individuals. Didn't get no help.
Yeah. And we watching it. We downloaded it. We downloaded it in our process.
You know who used to get therapy though?
Who?
Oscar the Grouch.
Did he?
Yeah, he had
Not according to Dave Chappelle.
Okay, well, Dave
Chappelle said they was mean to him.
They were mean, but he would get advice.
Oh, for sure.
He would come out of there grumpy and grouchy, but they would give him advice. They would definitely try to give him some therapy.
That's the dumpster guy?
That's the dumpster guy.
Wow, well, he needed it.
Bert and Ernie.
Yeah. They teamed up on him all the time.
Yeah. It's real. It's real.
Which one had the long head? Was that Bert or Ernie? I think it was Ernie.
Which one that had the what?
Bert.
The long head.
That was Bert. That was Bert.
That was Bert. Long head.
Yeah, that was Bert. Bert went through some things. Rubber Ducky. You the one, Rubber Ducky. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started.
Oscar the Grouch, was that the first thing on your piece of paper right there?
What they was talking about last week? This piece of paper is throwing me all the way off. I normally don't do this. I'm like, I got to read something off this paper, but I want to be able to hit on certain things that we did not hit on last week. So if you did not hear last week, go back and listen to last week's show, Malone Radio Show at 8:00.
Oh, so this is part 2.
This is part 2. So we got a part 2.
We got a sequel.
Yeah. This is part 2.
We got to roll with Hollywood, man. Everything's a sequel and a remake.
Yeah,
that's it.
And we got Mike.
We had
Mike in.
Yeah, we had Mike in.
Yeah. That's part 2.
That brings that different flair.
Yeah.
I ain't watching cartoons though.
Yeah. It's the second episode.
It's the second episode.
Part 2. Yeah.
So into mental health. And Micah, you wasn't here last week, so let me just start off by asking you this question. This is not on the sheet. Mental health is real. We know that is real in the community, and it's real in men as well as women, actually in kids, actually in all of us. So we're just really acknowledging what we need to do and trying to embrace as men as this month as we recognize mental health. What do you do as far as the jobs that you do? We know that the jobs you was on the show before, but as far as with your mental health, how do you take care of your mental health?
I do several things right now. I think for me, it's how I start my day, how I start my morning. And so right now, most of us are handcuffed by our phones. First thing we do, we shut off the alarms from the phone and start looking to see who's emailing you, texting you what you missed. And so right there, I feel like when I start my day off like that, I'm no longer in control of my day. I'm now responding to everything that I just subliminally put into my head without even thinking about it first thing in the morning. Even though my intention is to get up and go to the gym and all that stuff. And so right now for me, I try to do, the first thing I do is go to the gym. I do something I don't like to do, like a mile run or some squatting or something like that. But after that, the rest of my day seems easier because I already did the first thing I started my day with was the thing I hated. And so I do stuff like that. And then after that, I've talked to you. I hunt leaders down who can help me with the situation I'm dealing with in life. And so I first got introduced to kind of mental health stuff when I was working with troubled youth at YRTCK and seeing how it was affecting them. And it's like, man, I got some of these same issues these kids have. I just never talked about it. Or it hasn't handcuffed me enough to put me in the same place as these kids. And so once I started understanding that, I got over the fear of that I was weak or soft if I was having to ask another man for help. So I do stuff like that down to nutrition, kind of what you're fueling your body with is going to actually fill your mood, fill your energy, fill your attitude. And so I just do whatever it takes right now in my control that to, keep my mind sane.
Oh, for sure.
And that's
just what we was talking about last
That's
week.
what we were talking about last week. So that's what
How to start the day.
Yeah.
And that's really where I want to go as far as starting the day. But you mentioned something about going through the same thing those kids has went through, and now you're starting to recognize it and get the help that you need. So the question that I have, and Lawrence, this is for you, and then maybe we can just all chime in after that, is do you think that therapy or counseling is becoming more normalized among men? And if so, why or why not?
Great question, by the way.
Is that the one I wrote?
Go on, Lord. Go on.
I think, post COVID, I think there was a real nationwide push for mental health services. And mostly because, people were at home. The world had changed a little bit, something that we had never dealt with before as a community. So mental health became kind of priority number one for kids in school, for families, and everyone, like you said, everyone above. But as far as like men are concerned, I definitely think it's more normalized because I think we are entering an age where men do have to get in touch with their emotions, feelings, and not hide it as much. Right. We used to hit the gym, but we never used to talk about it. But now we're hitting the gym and talking about it. We are seeking brothers out to find that support. Like we talked about last week about just laughing, getting together and just laughing. We used to do that before, but we never talked about it as important to our mental health.
And that's huge because as Michael was saying, I didn't want to feel like I'm so now you stay in the gym. The brother's on swole mode, right? But he was saying that, hey, I didn't want to feel like I was soft if I wanted to get some help.
For sure.
And
Absolutely.
as you said last week, and Michael wasn't here, was the fact that we go to the gym and we work out, but we do nothing for our mental health. We don't work the mental health. We don't read the books. We don't go to the therapy. We don't get the counseling. We don't reach out to individuals and say, hey man, I'm struggling. We don't do those different things.
I mean, I think we were talking about cartoons last week, but if you look at a lot of the shows we were raised on, those men were very hard, right? Mm-hmm. Like they were very much to the point, very we didn't see a lot of men on TV go and talk to somebody, right? Going and seeking out mental health. Whereas now I think, like I said, there are so many books that are appealing to men because they know that for our community to turn around, we definitely need men to be a little bit more sensitive about what's going on in the community and with themselves. We carry a lot on our shoulders, man. And so to be able to talk about those things and share those things and talk about how they impact your mood is so, so important. Because if your mood is off, like we talked about last week, now all of a sudden somebody's cutting you off in the road and now they get to feel that negative energy from you. And now it's in the community. You arrive at work and now the person that used to say hi to you or whatever, they say hi to you again. And now all of a sudden you got a cold shoulder. We got to understand how our mood is affecting the community as a whole. So it is everything at this point. And I am so happy to see that mental health is something that is normalized and it is easier to talk about for men. We always talked about it for our kids. And then our wives would be like, oh, I'm getting therapy. For us, it was always, oh, let's go hit the gym or, let's go hit the bar or something like that.
Yeah, because sometimes that therapy is that gym. I mean,
sure.
You going through some things, and when you mentioned fathers on TV, my mind went right to James Evans on Good Times. That brother know he needed some therapy.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
James Evans. I'm like,
James
needed some therapy. James needed some help.
Therapy.
Florida. Giving up no therapy. Okay,
George did too.
George, right? When Archie Buck, all those guys that was on television did not portray and especially the weakness a mental weakness. Everybody else did what they needed to do. The women had their girlfriends they go talk to, or the grandmother or the aunt. But the men, you're right, they didn't show it. They were showing them working. They were showing them complaining a whole lot.
Yeah,
complaining a whole lot.
Angry.
Yep, angry. Come home, put their feet up on the couch, pop a beer.
Yep,
and that was it.
I didn't want to be bothered.
Right.
That was
right.
That was the norm. That was the norm.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's ask this: what role do relationships with fathers, sons, friends, or partners play in a man's mental health? And that can be for anybody. That can be for
anybody. That was my question.
That's a great question, because I'm gonna shout my wife out, because she wrote me a beautiful letter for Father's Day. And having that support and a woman that understands that there is a lot on your shoulders, and especially for men like us, because it's not only our homes that we're fathers for, we're also out in the community. I think Brandon sent me a message today and was like, bro, it's very few people that are as busy as you are. And you built a whole building with that fatherhood concept. Like, you wanted to give the community a place to live. You wanted to give kids something to look forward to that is ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're good at doing it for our children and in our homes, but we extended it beyond our homes, and then having our wives support that. Right. Like, to me, I think family is everything. I think we hear like NBA players say it all the time. Like, if it wasn't for my wife, I couldn't do what I'm doing. Well, the same thing for us. We could not be out in the community like we are if we didn't have the encouragement and the support of our spouses, our partners. For me, I think my children made a lot of sacrifices, because there were times that I was in the gym with other kids more than I was in the gym with my own kids. Right. So they made sacrifices, and the fact that they were supportive and understood what I was doing out in the community was a big deal. And it certainly helped me not feel as guilty when I was out in the community.
Because you felt that appreciation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What about you, Micah?
So I'm not married. So I'm a single male. And we're all businessmen here. So, everybody, when you go out in the community, everybody wants to kind of leech on to you and take some of your positive energy that you walk around with. And so for my mental health, that's something I had to work on, is actually having boundaries with people, not being available to everybody just because you are family or a close friend or, need me in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And at first I used to pour from an empty cup, trying to help everybody out there. And then I realized that that's not helping my mental. That's not helping me get anywhere. So I had to just kind of, and I learned that in therapy, that they have some boundaries, and just like, if I don't like the way I feel around somebody, I don't have to be around that person.
Yeah.
You sure you wasn't listening to the show last week?
No.
Because there was somebody here talking about pouring from an empty cup.
It wasn't me. I wasn't on it. No, but this is how I think.
thought that when he said when he wake up in the morning, first thing to fall, I said, this boy, listen to the show.
Oh, yeah. Y'all ain't that good now.
But you right on though.
Because I know Mike was saying last week, he was like, if somebody called me that need me, I'm gonna show up. I feel like I have to show up.
I feel like I got to.
Yeah, especially as the men in the family or men in our community. People are relying on it.
I feel like I got to. And it, like, if I miss it and if something happened, like I said, I think it'll eat me up.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I have been. I'm a week in now.
Was it hard for you setting those boundaries?
Oh yeah, especially with families or my sisters, single parents needing some little bit extra stuff.
Yeah.
But in the process, you got to balance out, am I helping this person or enabling this person? If I say no, let's see what they can figure it out. See how they get to.
Right.
And so learning that type of stuff, I just let me sit back, let them figure it out for a second. And then it's not that big of a deal. I didn't need to lose no sleep that night. They're happy. They call me the next morning. We got to figure it out, and everything's good. But yeah, we don't have to be Superman all the time.
Right. Yeah, and it's just one of those things that we feel like we have to, and it's like, the crazy part about it is we're all connected somehow. You know what I'm saying? Community wise, helping everybody else, and like you said, Michael, you've reached out to each one, but we have all helped each other at one point. You know what I mean? At one point, and it was just like, man, okay, whether it's behind closed doors, whether it's behind, I mean, just right now, you know what I'm saying? Right now is just, this is perfect for mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like, just who knows what we went through today, but just to be here in fellowship or whatever can take us to a whole different place, mental space, and just forget about the negative that we possibly ran into earlier today. So, I mean, it's just one of those things, man, that you really gotta, you can't take anything for granted. And but like I said, I just feel like I'm always going to have to be there for some, but I just can't.
So you saying you 5 days in? What did you do?
Oh yeah, I'm 5 days in. More. I don't touch my phone nothing. I get up, and like I say, I'm normally getting up right when I have to get up, but before I make any type of movements or whatever, you know, I just bring it to myself. I just say, you know what?
Drop that quote again. That quote that you have for the morning.
Oh, I'll speak to the world before the world speak back to me.
Yeah.
So, I got that from, because I was one of those ones like you. I would get up and get right on my phone. And so what I started doing was I was listening to a guy on YouTube that I follow faithfully. There's only 3 of them that I follow faithfully, and he was just talking about just speaking stuff into your life. He said, if you one of those ones that when you wake up, you look at this and then you go to the bathroom, sit on Twitter, start scrolling through he said, man, now you've given the world to speak to you before you can even speak to it. So now it's going to control your whole day.
Yeah.
So what I did was I said, okay, I'm about to do something different. I was getting up at 6 to go work out. Well, shoot, that ain't helping me. For me, not yet, because I want to first fruit my day to the creator, right? So I'm outside at 5 in the morning. I get up, I've been getting up at 5 in the morning, and I go on my patio, on my deck, and I just start speaking life and what I want and what I expect for my life to be before people start telling me what my life should look like.
Right.
So now I'm not expecting them to, yeah, you gonna say something, but I've already spoke to myself. And what I've noticed with birds, them birds are up at 4:30 in the morning.
Shit, bro.
And they chirping.
Yeah.
But how many of us hear the birds during the course of the day? We don't hear no birds during the day.
Right.
No.
But then at night, they start chirping
They
again.
chirp,
Yeah.
And what they have done was they started their day the way they were supposed to execute during the day. They don't do a lot of all that.
Right.
And then when it's time for bed or they time for nesting, they're gonna say what they need to say to complete that day. And I'll see you in the morning in a few hours.
Because
I'm trying to. You're actually taking time to listen, though.
Right.
Like, the fact that you even like, I'm hearing them.
Yeah. I'm hearing them. It's like, because it's like, that's not a sound that you would normally hear, because everything, you're so busy or whatever the case may be.
You would ignore it.
You would ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
You ignore it. But now just to take in, you know, those moments to where like, those are birds. You know what I mean? Like those are birds. So
they sound pretty nice too.
Right. Right.
And they're
like,
different sounds.
Yeah.
They all
different
got
communication.
Different,
Yeah.
One sound like it's whistling, the other one is. I mean, they sit down now. I'm
and
like,
there's some that's doing duets.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
Casey and JoJo.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Hey,
Man.
we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back on the Malone Radio Show.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Life changes, and sometimes that means changing where you call home. Whether you're downsizing, growing your family, relocating, or facing tough times, you shouldn't navigate it alone. I'm Laura Bonta-Bush with Woods Rose Realty, and I'm here to guide you with all your real estate needs. As wife of football coach Bill Bush, I understand the importance of teamwork and making sure you are supported every step of the way with honesty, integrity, and compassion. If you're looking for a game plan to buy or sell your home, text the word HOME to 402-534-1919. That's HOME to 402-534-1919.
Staying healthy and comfortable starts with the air you breathe. If you're noticing more dust, odors, or allergies, it could be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Pure Air starts with cleaner air ducts, hair with enhanced filtration and purifications options, and the difference is amazing. When the air you breathe is clean and fresh, your home smells fresher and your family is healthier. Time for cleaner air in your home? Call Bryant for a free estimate. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Lincoln's new craft cocktail lounge is Bar 48 in Lincoln. Located at 2639 North 48th Street, Bar 48 offers everything from cocktails to beer to wine and so much more. With summer right around the corner, you can always enjoy Bar 48's frozen beverages. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on their live music performances every Saturday night. Make plans to visit Bar 48 on North 48th Street in the heart of the University Place neighborhood today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. To honor the new store opening, A1 is offering $25 off any service over $300, $50 off services over $500, and $75 off services that total over $750, all through July 31st. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
The weekend is here and you and the boys need a place to hang out after your day on the golf course. Lucky for you, that place exists at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill in South Lincoln. The 19th hole at the course is great, but it doesn't have 30 TVs showing all sports with 23 beers on tap. You can enjoy all of that at Liquid Assets, as well as delicious smash burgers, wings, and much more. Don't end your hangout after the golf round ends. Get to Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 2755 Jamie Lane.
Now back to the Malone Radio Show, sponsored by The Post on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. First of all, you already know how I'm gonna do it. Big shout out to Mama Tula, big sister Sean, big sis Christy. How y'all doing? Hopefully everything is well out there in the Chi-Town. Oh, my nephew graduated today too in Seattle.
Congratulations.
On his way to Eastern Washington to play football.
Oh,
I
congrats.
haven't tuned in yet. John, do you tell them that your show's moved to 8?
Did we tell them?
The family?
John don't be saying nothing.
John don't be saying nothing. Never kept that under the radar.
They forgot. I told them. I told them they forgot. That's on them. They're gonna have to watch the replay and comment on the replay. You hear that, Tula? That's how you do it. Pay attention. Put it on your calendar. Put it on the alarm. Ding ding. Malone Radio Show, 8 o'clock. Lincoln, Nebraska, 93.7 the ticket.
There you go.
That's how we do it.
We're here live in the studio with my main man Harrison on the keys. We got Michael Hunter, Lawrence Gardner, and you already know over there sitting in the corner is my main man Michael Matlock holding it down to the fullest with hanging it. But so here we go. Because I have 3 more questions. I need to get these questions out. I don't know if we could do another week. Maybe we go
like 56.
You know, it's all
Got the whole month.
Got the whole month.
Yeah,
That's
got
right.
the whole month.
One
You
more.
coming back?
Is it one more
Hey,
Wednesday?
I'm invited.
One more Wednesday in a
Okay, we
month.
go. So I have another question. The question is, and we're talking about mental health for those who are tuning in. Please go back and listen to the first show. This is a continuation of the show of last week.
Part 2.
This is part 2 of mental health. Men, this is our month, June. So we are recognizing and talking about mental health in our community and as well as with the men that we serve. So number 2, what are some common mental health challenges men face today and how do they show up?
Wow, bro, he was on it. He was on it.
Yeah, I was
That's
on
some
it.
great
I was on it
questions.
today.
Yeah, my
These become a
goodness.
question. So yeah.
Before I got sleepy.
Yeah, these are professor questions.
What are some common mental health challenges men face today? And how do those challenges show up? What are some ways those challenges show up?
I think we could break it into a couple parts. So I'm gonna speak to it from like the black man or the black men perspective first. Is sometimes finding a black therapist, right? Someone who looks like us, that might understand us a little bit more. I mean, it's evidence-based that when you're working with somebody that looks like you, you're going to be a little bit more open. You're going to be a little bit more honest about what you're going through. So that's a big thing. And I'm so happy to see like Keyshawn Wilson and Brandon McWilliams, African-American males that are getting into the field of therapy, because that was one of the biggest challenges, that there was not a lot of representation that for us. So that was one of the big challenges. But for men in general, sometimes it's just time, right? Like we go to work, get off work. I'm not trying to go spend an hour driving somewhere, sit down with somebody, and then coming back home. It just makes my day that much longer. So sometimes time is an issue. Those would be some of the bigger challenges that I would say. The other one is just, again, am I ready to be authentic? Am I ready to go into therapy and open myself up and be vulnerable? I would say probably is the biggest of all the challenges. And then having professionals that look like us would be another one of the challenges.
It's funny that you say that, because I preach this all the time, especially when it comes to these kids. These kids, and I've said it, like I said, millions of times. These kids can go 12 here in Lincoln. These kids can go 12 years of school without having a teacher that look like them.
Facts.
So how do you think that plays on their mental health? 12 years of not being able to really have a connection with somebody in the building that can relate to whatever it is that you're going through at home. Because we all know, if I said this statement, what happens in this house, everybody knows that, you know what I mean? Everybody knows what that means. So it's like being able to go to school and talk about whatever it is that you need to talk about because what you're saying, that other person truly understands and can truly relate to what you're going through. How do you think that affects the youth mental health?
I mean, fortunately for me, it's like I like having those type of conversation with
Right.
kids, so I ask. And some of the answers that I have heard is a lot of times is they don't ever see themselves being a teacher because they've never seen themselves as one, right? So if you don't have somebody that has been a teacher, or somebody like a lot of people, I can go back and say, man, Mrs. White, Mrs. Rainey, these are all teachers that are influenced me, that look like me, that spoke to me at a different level, right? For a lot of these kids, they don't have that. And it does create not necessarily obstacles, but it doesn't create a door either, right? Because we need more teachers in this time. We got teachers that are leaving the field. There's a lot of space for teachers to come in, and it would be a great thing for those spots to be filled by representation.
Right.
You mentioning those teachers because that's all I had was black teachers.
Right.
I mean, literally, when you started mentioning those teachers, my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, my fifth was the most precious to me because she's the only teacher and the first teacher that told me, besides my parents, who I really was. That was Miss Randall. I always talk about Miss Randall, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Miss Randall and the perspective of what she said to me and how I need to look at myself.
For sure.
My fourth grade teacher was my football coach. I mean,
Right.
so again, and a funny story with him, I'll walk into his classroom. We had this big test we had to take. And I think I told you that.
I remember it. Yeah.
And the big test. So we all walk in the classroom. He hands out the test. And I'm sitting there like, dude, I don't remember anything on this. So I'm sitting here tripping like, oh, so I'm taking the test. And he's up on the whiteboard. It was a chalkboard. And he's just whistling up there, starting to erase stuff, real slow whistling. I'm like, dude, what is he making all this noise? As we look up, he's halfway done. He says, oh, y'all must didn't pay attention now. All the answers on the on this chalkboard right here. And as he was erasing it, so we all like, we like, man, I only got 3 of them. Like he was halfway. But what he taught us was, he says, man, look, you have to pay attention to what's around you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you said, the answer is right in front
always
of him.
right in front.
And he had every answer right, and so we lost that opportunity.
Yeah.
But it was just, and they can talk to you the way that you could understand and to get you to move.
Yes.
If you talk to a lot of us now, we would say, man, look, that football coach, he said some crazy stuff, but had me right.
Yeah.
Or that basketball coach had me right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And we can't say that a lot about the teach, especially if you come in if there's an area where there's a less African-American teachers, right? And we don't see they go to school, South Suburban, I'm talking to Chicago though, but going to those schools and then coming to teach at those high schools.
Right.
And we don't see a lot of that.
We don't. And it's like, and the crazy thing about it is like I've spoke to, kids, and it's not so much they can't do the work, it's that they're bored. Because of what's being said, they can't take it in. And because it's like, how is it that this person that I'm looking at is not fueling what I need to spark that educational piece to make me want to say it. They don't give them that aha moment. They don't give them that epiphany. They don't say it doesn't spark them to where they want to be like you said, I want to be a teacher.
Right.
That inspiration to say, this is what I want to do.
But I think a lot of that too is, they're bored, but they also dealing with so much stuff that they can't see past. You talking about teaching me algebra. What? I haven't eaten. I haven't slept.
Yeah.
I haven't slept.
Yeah.
So just putting a period right there based on what Mike said and what we're talking about. Tell us about the CEO program and how that could help them understand themselves before they can understand anything else.
And obviously, yes, the CEO is Chief Executive Operations, right? So when you're talking about being in a classroom, the number one thing to be successful in a classroom is you got to have regulation skills. You got to have impulse control. So focusing on teaching kids these executive functioning skills becomes this ability that when the teacher is talking, and I got a friend over here that's telling me jokes, you know, Mike Hunter.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you flunk out.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna get you to flunk out.
Right.
Look, if I flunk, we all flunk.
Absolutely. But it's teaching kids these skills and these ability that it is within you. It's a skill that needs to be enhanced, right? Once it's introduced to you, now it's upon you to sharpen it. Well, how do you sharpen that skill? Well, you know, when you're reading those instructions and you're struggling to read those instructions, and now you're starting to become frustrated. For all the kids out there with low frustration tolerance, I'm getting frustrated now. And now that I'm frustrated, oh man, I'm angry feelings are starting to kick in. And now the teacher is, hey, what's wrong? Do your work. Oh, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you're slapping stuff off your desk, right?
Yeah.
Executive functioning skills. So now that we're bringing this into schools, we're trying to arm not only the school counselors, the teachers, but the students themselves with this idea that the executive functioning skills has to be a focus. It shouldn't be an extracurricular activity. It should be something we start our days with, right? And I've been talking to my wife about this a lot. Like, there's schools on the West Coast or East Coast that'll start their days with mindfulness practice. And that's what it would be, right? 8 o'clock, you arrive to school, you have your breakfast. Oh, let's deep breathe for a little bit. Let's sit in some stillness for a little bit. That's what we're trying to bring to the schools. And shout out, you know, Park Middle School for letting us come in there. Shout out to Color Middle School for letting us come in there. There's another thing that I would say about these teachers as well, is that the one thing that I would say is that when you do bring in a program like the CEO, they're open to it. And they're receptive to it. They know that they cannot take on the challenges of the community by themselves.
Right.
So they would love to see like men like myself, Brandon, and men like y'all come in and just say to these kids, but it would be nice if it is the idea of every time we come in, we're talking about executive functioning skills, because that is the key to changing everything. There is no changing generational issues if you don't enhance executive functioning skills.
Man, we breaking already?
I mean, we can go like one more minute if you want.
We breaking. We gonna do the break, but I definitely want to ask a question, but I want to wrap it around with about Micah. If Micah could talk to himself in high school right now. How old are you? About 30?
41.
You 41?
That's that running workout.
Hey, we're gonna wrap up with Michael when we come back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Life changes, and sometimes that means changing where you call home. Whether you're downsizing, growing your family, relocating, or facing tough times, you shouldn't navigate it alone. I'm Laura Bonta-Bush with Woods Rose Realty, and I'm here to guide you with all your real estate needs. As wife of football coach Bill Bush, I understand the importance of teamwork and making sure you are supported every step of the way with honesty, integrity, and compassion. If you're looking for a game plan to buy or sell your home, text the word HOME to 402-534-1919. That's HOME to 402-534-1919.
Staying healthy and comfortable starts with the air you breathe. If you're noticing more dust, odors, or allergies, it could be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Pure Air starts with cleaner air ducts, hair with enhanced filtration and purifications options, and the difference is amazing. When the air you breathe is clean and fresh, your home smells fresher, and your family is healthier. Time for cleaner air in your home? Call Bryant for a free estimate. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Lincoln's new craft cocktail lounge is Bar 48 in Lincoln. Located at 2639 North 48th Street, Bar 48 offers everything from cocktails to beer to wine and so much more. With summer right around the corner, you can always enjoy Bar 48's frozen beverages. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on their live music performances every Saturday night. Make plans to visit Bar 48 on North 48th Street in the heart of the University Place neighborhood today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. To honor the new store opening, A1 is offering $25 off any service over $300, $50 off services over $500, and $75 off services that total over $750, all through July 31st. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
The weekend is here and you and the boys need a place to hang out after your day on the golf course. Lucky for you, that place exists at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill in South Lincoln. The 19th hole at the course is great, but it doesn't have 30 TVs showing all sports with 23 beers on tap. You can enjoy all of that at Liquid Assets, as well as delicious smash burgers, wings, and much more. Don't end your hangout after the golf round ends. Get to Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 2755 Jamie Lane.
Now back to the Malone Radio Show, sponsored by The Post on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah.
Here comes the bar.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Yep.
I was thinking about it.
I was thinking about it.
I was thinking about it.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. Sound like Jerome. Oh, my goodness. We're back, 93.7 The Ticket, the Malone Radio
You don't
Show.
know how to call nobody.
We got Jerome here on the right, along with Lawrence and Micah Matlock. We are here discussing mental health in men. Micah mentioned something about working out. And so the question that I have, and let's wrap it around to that and see where it goes from there. Because I don't know how much time we got, but
we have around like 5-6 minutes here.
We'll knock it out within that. What's the link between mental health and physical health, especially in men who deal with stress or trauma?
What? Look at raccoons.
What is going on? Are those raccoons?
Yeah.
We on the show and we just see a family of raccoons on O Street walking, just chilling down the sidewalk.
Yeah. See if I can zoom in on them.
Yeah, that is now you talking about
mental health issues coming up right now.
Mental health, yes. Wow, I've never seen that before. Not in daylight like this.
Went down the
So let's go back to that question. What's the link between mental health and physical health, especially in men who deal with stress or trauma?
I'm not the scientist. I just know it's a great way to get those dopamines released first thing in the morning. So now you take some more positive stimulants, stuff like that. As you look good, you feel good, like Prime say. And so that's why I'm always walking around with my shirt off. And I know you, before we cut off, you say, what would you say to your 18-year-old self? So one thing I forgot is on my mirror in the bathroom, I got nothing but like affirmations wrote out there. So I got to tell myself I love you 5 times loud in the mirror, stuff like that when I'm looking at myself. And it's as easy as that sound when you're doing it, it feels so awkward and it's weird. Like talking to yourself saying I love you. Tell everybody else I love you, but you can't tell yourself I love you. So it's little stuff like that, or I'm him, or it's going to be okay. Guy got a plan. Stuff like I have all that type of stuff that I should have been saying in high school, and people were telling me that in high school, but I wasn't ready to hear it. I wasn't ready to believe it. I wasn't ready to see it. And so with this whole mental health therapy, I probably invest $200, $300, sometimes $400 a month into my mental health for the last decade. And if people ask me, how did you do all the things you do? That is why I feel like, because I understood how to control my life, control my thoughts, control my emotions. Those same emotions almost put me behind a pine because my pride and my ego's too tough. As the same pride I'm taking into the work field now. And so it's just like learning how to shift that stuff and move how you need to move accordingly now as a man. And like we're talking about the kids, well, as the fathers, it starts with us to break down those morals and values and principles to our kids. Instead of always be angry, popping the beer open or whooping, now we can talk about it.
Right. I think that's an important thing that you're saying too, because looking in the mirror and saying I love myself, most of us would be like, oh, that's corny.
Yeah.
Like that's something we got to work through. Like it's gonna sound corny in the beginning, but the benefits far outweigh what you think about it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Because the world will tell you not to love yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, not even it won't even have to tell you. Turn on the TV. Turn on TV. Turn on TV. It's going So I mean, you don't even have to have that the affirmation of you not telling yourself. You just turn on the TV. The world will tell you for you.
And that's you speaking to yourself before the world can speak to you. Because it doesn't matter what shape, what size, what color, whatever how you look. If you don't tell yourself who you are, then expect the world to tell you. And when they tell you, you're gonna be dealing with a whole lot of mess in your head. Most definitely.
Crazy.
This is a great conversation.
Great conversation.
Again, we want to thank Michael Matlock for coming in today. Brandon McWilliams. Brandon McWilliams was on the show, on the Lighthouse show. But acted like he couldn't wait another hour to get on Malone. We're gonna talk about
acted like he couldn't.
I gotta go for my nap. Can you take my spot?
Hey, but we appreciate you calling Michael. Michael, they did a great job, man. We definitely love having you on, as well as Lawrence Gardner. Lawrence, our therapist here.
Thank you.
Talking about mental health. We'll see how we're going to be rocking it next week on that mental health on Wednesday, 8:00, 93.7 The Ticket. Peace.